Hello, hello, hello. Hi, YouTube. Today's video is all about wash and goes. This video is so long overdue. Guys, I literally get stopped almost weekly with women asking me about my wash and goes. Whether it's about my techniques or my products, I have people stop me all the time, and I've been meaning to put this video together for you. So I'm so happy to finally check this off my list, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. But before we get into my steps, I need y'all to get into this 7-day-old hair. Yep, you heard that right. These are the results from the wash and go video that you're about to watch 7 days later. Since filming that video, I have not re-wet my hair once. I have not applied any more product, and other than swooping my edges, I've just been waking up and going on about my day. And this is what my hair looks like a full 7 days later. Damn, so these are what the results that you have to look forward to. I really need you guys to finish this video, watch it, learn it, comment, like it, subscribe, and share this video, all right? Now, let's jump right into it. To begin, I wanted to show you what my 7-day hair looks like from a prior week and give you a texture shot. This is not the best 7-day hair, but get into those curls, honey. Look at the good definition and volume, even on this bad week. I always start my process by fully wetting my hair. I find that this softens up some of the gel and other products and makes sectioning my hair a lot easier. Once wet, I section my hair into 4 quadrants. The upper left section is quadrant 1. The lower left section is quadrant 2. The upper right section is quadrant 3, leaving the lower right section as quadrant 4. Here I'm just re-wetting my hair, making sure it's fully saturated before applying my shampoo. I typically use 2 pumps per quadrant to give me about a quarter-sized amount to work into each section. You'll notice that I do not apply shampoo directly to my ends. This is because shampoo is for the scalp, and with the ends of the hair being the oldest, I don't want to clarify all of the oil out of it. Additionally, as I rinse this off, the shampoo still passes down my ends, giving them a gentle clarification. When rinsing, I make sure to get all of the shampoo out of my scalp by further sectioning my quadrants to ensure the water removes the shampoo. Finally, I do a 2-strand twist to close off that quadrant, wrap it around, and clip it with my butterfly clips. Then on to quadrant 2. For this quadrant and all the others, you'll see me repeat the same steps. So I'm saturating it thoroughly, applying a quarter-sized amount of shampoo to my scalp and roots only. I lather that into my scalp. I section my hair to further rinse out the shampoo. Later, you'll see me twist this quadrant, clip it out of the way, and I repeat all of this for quadrants 1 and 3 in the front. To when shampooing, conditioner is best applied on saturated hair. This time to wet my hair, I use a rice water spray. Don't worry, I'll make another video explaining how I make my rice water. But for this step, I use my pre-made rice water, grapeseed oil, and my conditioner. I apply this in my sections, typically beginning with quadrant 2, and after unraveling the section, I saturate my hair using my spray and work the water from my roots to my ends. I then take a palm-sized amount of grapeseed oil and distribute it evenly through my hair. Again, I'm further breaking up those quadrants and making sure that all of my strands are getting coated. Next, I apply a glob. I have no idea the appropriate size reference for this, but I apply that to my hair and make sure that I work it evenly through with a light finger detangle. hair is fully coated, I retwist that quadrant using a 2-strand twist, pin it up, and move on to quadrant 4. Again, for this section, you're just gonna see me repeating the same steps as before. So I first saturate my hair with the rice water and work it through. I apply a palm-sized amount of the grapeseed oil and then work that through. And then I liberally apply my glob of conditioner from my roots to my ends. In this step, I usually get a little bit of shedding, but given that this is my first time combing my hair in 7 days, I'll take it. I follow this up with a 2-strand twist for that quadrant. I pin it up and I repeat these steps for quadrant 1 and 3. At the end, I'll go back in and resaturate some of my earlier quadrants if I have leftover spray. Usually, I'm a lot more conservative of how much spray I use in the beginning, so sometimes those first quadrants get the short end of the stick. You'll see that I still have a little bit of spray left over, which is perfect because I'm going to use that later. So once all the sections are complete, I put a shower cap on and it's off to the steamer. To begin, you can see that my steamer is already set up and my water is boiling. So before I get under the hood, I just loosen my quadrants and push my hair to the middle to make sure that the steam can penetrate a little bit easier. And then we just sit. And sit. And sit some more. After about 20 minutes, my steamer will start to beep that it's low on water. That's normally my cue to exit. I turn off my steamer, I double bag my hair to keep the moisture and the heat in a little bit longer, and I give my hair about another 15 minutes to process. I use my detangling brush and the remainder of my rice water to, you guessed it, resaturate my hair. I know I keep saying it, but seriously, the saturation of your hair can make such a big difference. I only remove from the cap one section at a time to keep the heat and moisture in a little bit longer. After unraveling my hair, I spray it down and then further section my quadrants into 3 smaller sections to brush them out. Starting with my ends and working up to my roots, I really try to take my time here and practice my patience. Some sections brush through easier than others, so I really try to be mindful of my aggressive brushing. You'll notice that I do not brush an entire quadrant together because I have learned that with my hair, the more passes I take with the brush, the more shedding and potential breakage I experience. So I found it unnecessary to try to brush entirely through my thick hair at the risk of unnecessary shedding and breaking. Moving into quadrant 4, I just repeat the same steps, So I pull out only one section. I then spray my hair down and I subsection my quadrants so that I can brush them out. It's my typical rule of thumb that once I can get a clean pass, meaning from roots to end without stopping or tangling on a subsection, I move on to the next section or quadrant. After that, I retwist my hair and I move on to quadrants 1 and 3. To pause here and show you all my shedding from my detangling and other steps until now. Again, be mindful, I only brush and manipulate my hair once per week, so this is 7 days worth of shedding. This is the shedding from my detangling brush, and this is the shedding from my other steps and finger detangles, and then this was my total shedding, so not bad. In this step, in addition to rinsing my conditioner out, I go ahead and apply my leave-in, oil, and gel to each quadrant while in the shower. Again, say it with me, it's all about saturation. The humidity from the shower helps the products to apply better, and applying the products immediately after rinsing my hair makes the application process smoother. Here, I'm just showing you all what everything looks like so far, and I'm wrapping my sections and clipping them up. After rinsing out my conditioner, I apply a quarter-sized amount of my leave-in conditioner evenly throughout my hair. Next, I apply a palm-sized amount of grapeseed oil because you can never use too much grapeseed oil, and distribute that too. I then take another glob of gel, and I am very liberal with the application of this and work it all the way through. I try not to put this on my scalp, but it's important to apply from the roots to the ends. Oftentimes, wash and goes are normally very fluffy with little definition because they neglect their roots. You must give love and product to your roots. After that, I just twist my hair around, wrap it up, and I clip it and move on to the next sections. Likewise, in quadrant 2, I repeat all the same steps. I rinse out my conditioner. I apply my leave-in conditioner. I add my grapeseed oil, followed by a glob of gel, working from my roots to my ends. And later, you'll see me twist my hair around, wrap it, and clip it. And the same can be said for quadrants 1 and 3. just final touch-ups. But before that, I wanted to show you my shedding again so far. Steps 5, 6, and 7 did add a little bit more to my shed pile, but I'm still okay with this. You'll see me unraveling my hair and feeling through to see which sections need more gel or water. Taking a substantially less glob of gel, I work that through quadrant 2 and then follow up with Eco's new product, Beeswax. I was given a sample of this with a prior purchase, but I haven't seen this widely sold in stores. This product adds a nice final layer of coating to my hair and assists in defining my curls. I repeat this process for quadrant 4. I unravel and assess the quadrant to see what it needs. I add a small amount of gel and begin separating my curls using a mixture of the shingle and rake method. And lastly, I apply a penny-sized amount of the beeswax on top to top it off. And boom, bam, that's how you do that. And then I repeat this for quadrants 1 and 3. After doing my final check and assessment, voila, my wash and go is complete. Get into it. Look at the definition, the moisture, and the movement. This is 100% what I like to see. From there, I would just cover my hair with my towel wrap if I'm about to go to sleep, or I let it air dry if there's more time in the day. It is my personal choice not to use a diffuser to reduce the heat on my hair, but that's also an option if you want a faster dry. And that's it. That's the secret sauce to what I do for my wash and goes. So as you can see, as the days went by, my hair did dry and get a little bit bigger, but it maintained a lot of its definition, its moisture, and its movement throughout the days. And this is without me having to re-wet it or apply any more products other than doing my edges. So I think that's pretty great results. If you guys are interested, I'd be happy to drop a video about how I sleep and how I work out with my hair, just to kind of show you how I'm able to maintain the definition as the days go by, even while doing activities. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something. Please drop a comment with any questions that you guys may have, as well as any tips or improvements to my process or product recommendations. You might just see them in my next video. Thank you so much. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can keep cranking out some great content for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this and thank you a bunch. Until next time,